Good morning, beloveds. Foster down here bumping on my elbow. Um, it is March 10th, and Rita, no. Okay, it is March 10th. Our title is I Give Thanks for the Blessings of God. And our quote, it's the story of the loaves and the fishes. And he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to the heaven, he blessed and brake, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitudes, or to the multitude. And that is Matthew 14:19. Have you and I the faith to bless that which seems so very small, a loaf of bread and a fish, and expect it to become multiplied in our experience to such an extent that it would not only bless us, but also bless everyone around us? We cannot help but believe that Jesus broke the bread and blessed it. In his own mind, he saw it multiplied and growing and flowing out to those around him. This is an example we should follow, to bless what we have, recognizing that it flows from a limitless source. We are merely using it and distributing it. There is always more. The limitless resources of the Spirit are at our command. The power of the infinite is at our disposal. We have as much to use as we know how to take. But the taking is a thing of the thought, the will, the imagination. It is a thing of an inward feeling or an interior awareness in that place where the mind has unified itself with the living spirit. Today, I bless everything I have. I bless everyone around me. I bless the events that transpire in my life, the conditions and situations in which I am surrounded. I bless everything that goes out and everything that comes in. I acknowledge an increase of right action in everything I do, say, or think. I bless myself and others, for we are all partakers of the same divine nature, all living in the one mind, all animated by the same presence, all sustained by the one power. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. In joy and in love, my blessings rest on everything. In confidence and in peace, the blessings of God rests upon me. Okay, there are thoughts, but not many. There's been a lot going on, and I've been really busy lately, and so sometimes, my brain is just short. But I think one of the things in this one, like a little key in this one, is the idea of blessing what we have. When I was in practitioner training more years ago than I want to think about, because I've been a practitioner for over 10 years. I think it was one of the abundance things, and Jesse recommended that we bless our bills when we pay them. Nobody enjoys paying bills. There are people who don't resent it, but I don't think anybody actually enjoys paying bills. It's a part of life, right? And I found that change in attitude when I blessed my bills actually made the process, I'm going to use the word, less onerous. It's something that happens. Bill paying happens. It's an exchange in goods and services. And so if I want my electricity to be delivered to my house, then I have to pay that bill. If I want to keep living in my house, I have to pay the bank for the loan that they gave me to buy the house that I live in. And it also helped to think, that the money that I was sending was going back out into the community. It's like, okay, I'm sending my money to the electric company. The electric company is paying their employees. Their employees are going out and possibly shopping in the health food store that I work in. So it's like reciprocal. And so that's one of the things is it's easy to bless the gifts that we have when we give them. But what about blessing the things that we don't want to do? Like paying bills. Um, it changes our attitude. The power of gratitude changes our attitude in so many different things. And so that's one of the things where we can change our attitude and then see how it affects everything else. So just a suggestion. All right. So I give thanks for the blessings of God. And again, that quote, Matthew 14:19, is from the story of the loaves and the fishes. And he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes and looked up to heaven. He blessed and brake and gave the loaves to his disciples and the disciples to the multitude. If you ever go and listen to Reverend Jesse, he has a couple of interesting theories about this, including the fact that there was a huge gathering that showed up at this place, and maybe the local merchants went, "Hey, there's a bunch of people, they're going to need to be fed. Let's go set up shop." And he says, if that's how Jesus fed the multitude, it's no less of a miracle than if he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes and multiplied them. So it's interesting because we think that miracles have to be supernatural events, and they don't. They can be everyday occurrences that we weren't expecting. And that's what makes them miracles. So, we need to widen our definitions. Have you and I the faith to bless that which perhaps seems so very small, a loaf of bread and a fish, and to expect it to become multiplied in our experience to such an extent that it would not only bless us, but bless everyone around us? Honestly, I bet any artist who starts with one piece of art, or any small business that starts with an idea of how they can serve the community, that's how it starts. It's one small idea, and then look at all of the good that it can do in the community. We cannot help but believe that as Jesus broke the bread and blessed it in his own mind, he saw it multiplied and growing and flowing out to those around him. All he saw was it multiplying and flowing out. He didn't say how it had to happen. So maybe merchants showed up, or maybe once one person made a donation, other people started pulling stuff out of their pockets. It doesn't matter. Point is Jesus said, this is what's going to happen. And it did. The how didn't matter. And it still doesn't. You say what? Let Spirit deal with the how. This is an example we should follow to bless what we have, recognizing that it flows from a limitless source. We are merely using it and distributing it. Remember how I said we are channels, not containers. All the good in the world flows through us. It benefits us as it flows through us, but we're not meant to contain it. We are meant to let it out into the material world. There is always more. The limitless resources of Spirit are at our command. Okay, the limitless resources of Spirit are at our command. And so the interesting thing is when you see where Spirit is blocked, you see people who don't know who they are. When you see people who are trying to be containers rather than channels, then they have forgotten who they are, and they have forgotten that they have access to a limitless resource. And so, and it's sad. And that's what wars are started on. It's somebody who's saying there's only this much good, and I don't have enough, so I'm going to come take it away from you, forgetting that they are beloved children of God, and there is a limitless source that they can plug into. They don't have to take their good away from anybody else. And so when we are faced with situations like that, then that's what we do, is we go to that place where nothing has ever been wrong, We go to that limitless resource and we know who we are, and we hold the space that those people can, can be awakened to who they are, to recognize that there's so much more good in the world and that they don't need to take it from anyone else. It sounds simplistic, but where else are we going to start? Where else are we going to start? All right. The power of the infinite is at our disposal. We have as much to use as we know how to take. And that's in faith believing. It's like, you get what you believe. How much good do you believe in? How much good do you believe in? And can you enlarge your container? But the taking of a thing, of the thought, the will, the imagination. But the taking is a thing of thought and will and imagination. It is a thing of an inward feeling or interior awareness in that place where the mind has unified itself with the living spirit. It's about going inside, not outside to the material world, because our good starts inside. Today, I bless everything I have. I bless everyone around me. I bless the events that transpire in my life, the conditions and situations in which I am surrounded. I bless everything that goes out and everything that comes in. It's gratitude work. That's what blessing is. I am grateful for. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for my coworkers. I am grateful for my job. I am grateful for the people on the streets around me. It's hard to say that I'm grateful for traffic, but I'm grateful for the people in the cars. On whatever errands they're running. And I'm grateful that they have errands to run. I acknowledge an increase of right action in everything I do, say, or think. I want to know this teaching in my bones, so I don't have to stop and analyze every little action on who am I benefiting and who am I hurting. I want to get to the place where I am confident in my actions, that I am not harming anyone in my actions. So I acknowledge an increase in right action. I acknowledge that I'm guided by good. I bless myself and others, for we are all partakers in the same divine nature, all living in the one mind, all animated by the same presence, all sustained by the one power. And that's a thing you can use, that line right there, in recognizing that we are all one. We all came from the same source. And then this is a quote, I'm guessing, but of course, Ernest didn't cite his sources. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless the holy name. In joy and in love, my blessing rests on everything. In confidence, in peace, the blessing of God rests upon me. If I want more blessings in my life, the way to get more blessings in my life is to do more blessings. To bless everything around me all the time. And more blessings can't help but come back to me, because what I put out is what I get back in. All right, beloveds. So you have your mission today. Right there. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to bless everything. You bless everything. And start with yourself. Always, always, always start with yourself. Look in the mirror, recognize yourself as a beloved child of God, and bless yourself. And then go out and bless everyone that you come across. Bless everything that you do. And it's as simple as when you pay that bill, Bless it for all the good that it's going to do for all the people that it's going to touch. And when you think about that, it takes the sting out. And that's how you do it. Think about all the good that you can do. Think about all the good, that one good word that you give to somebody, a total stranger, that smile. It's a blessing because it's good and you're good. So, all right, that's the mission. It's a little bit of an innocuous mission. And fresh, you can make of it what you will. How do you bless things? I mean, a silent treatment. That can be a blessing. It's like as you walk by a situation, just say, you are a beloved child of God. You are a beloved child of God. Okay. The other mission is the same mission every day, because it is about creating a habit, a default setting, a spiritual practice of something loving, kind, and compassionate that you do for yourself. It is intentional. That's why when I say you drink that cup of coffee, you're not inhaling that cup of coffee. You are engaging all 5 of your senses. You are feeling what it feels like in your mouth. You are feeling the warmth of the cup in your hand. You are smelling the smells. You are tasting the tastes. You are feeling it as it runs down your throat and into your stomach and then spreads out through you. It's about savoring, enjoying. It's also about taking that moment. That's one of the reasons why I advocate the 3 deep breaths. It's about taking that moment. About taking that moment, engaging all 5 senses and going, yes, this world is good. Okay? So you practice loving, kind, compassionate acts on yourself. Then you get so good at it that no matter what happens, your first response will always be loving, kind, and compassionate. And if you can respond in a loving, kind, and compassionate way, anything is possible. Anything is possible. All right, beloveds. I also encourage you to engage your mind and your body somehow, to get that face full of bright light first thing in the morning. The sun is out today, so that was amazing. I was layered up because it was 37. But by the time we got back, I was like, I'm hot. Let me see unzip some stuff here. So I enjoy the sun when I can get it. And then, as always, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now. And as Emma says, one way to find it is to look for the good and praise it. And today, we're going to practice by blessing everything. Because when we bless it, we make it good. All right? When we bless it. It may be something you hadn't thought about, but try it. And then I forgot to remind you, drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. So, and if you're going to open the windows to your soul, you might as well make sure you're well hydrated, right? Okay, beloveds. The 30-day mental diet book study starts today. It's Thursday. So if you haven't gotten that email link, you can email info@creativelife.org to get on the constant contact. And then that will have the email with the link that can get you the link into the book study. I'm going to try it. We'll see if I can get home from work in time. All right. I don't know what else I was going to say. So I'm going to let you move into the process of your day. I'm going to move into the process of mine. I am going to remind you that you are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. It is a state of grace. So have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, an enchanting day, a magical day, a sunny day, a blessed day, a good day. If that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. Take care of yourselves. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.